Appreciated asset gifts are cheaper. Donors can give more at the same net cost. What do I mean by this? Well, real straightforward. If I write a check to your church, I can get a tax deduction. However, if I give instead of a check, if I give an appreciated asset, say some appreciated stocks, well, I not only get a tax deduction of that same size, assuming I've held it for more than a year, but I also get to avoid paying all the capital gains tax. So let's look at a quick example. A donor writes a $100,000 check to a nonprofit. They get a tax deduction for that. If they're at the top federal tax rates, they get a tax benefit worth $37,000. Let's say instead of doing that, the donor makes a gift of appreciated assets, shares of stock. They're worth $100 a share today. The donor bought them for $10 a share originally. Well, they get a tax deduction of that same size, and they get to avoid paying about $21,000 of capital gains taxes. And by the way, if you got donors who aren't itemizing at all, well, they can still use this tax benefit. They may not be able to use the deduction, but they certainly can enjoy not having to pay those capital gains taxes. And this was a big deal under the new tax law where we got fewer itemizers because of the higher standard deduction. This is another reason to say, hey, giving appreciated assets, you can still get a tax benefit even if you aren't using tax deductions. By the way, these asset gifts are not only cheaper, if you happen to live in a state that also charges state capital gains taxes, wow, these gifts get even cheaper in that case.